Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now today's video is going to be on a product that's a little bit different than the norm. The company Moico reached out to me to see if I'd be interested in reviewing one of their products. Now when I got back to them, they were actually even surprised at what I chose. But what I wanted to take a look at and review are these food bags from the company Moico. Now these food bags are silicone food bags. They are very durable. They are nice, high quality food bags. And when I say food bags, for me, I actually had a couple of different things in mind. Food, yes, but gear, also yes. Could you potentially use these as a good quality gear bag to keep your gear dry in the backpacking and camping application? And that's what I saw in these bags. These to me were a good quality multi-purpose item that I really wanted to test out. Now I don't know if you're like me, but I go through tons and tons and tons of plastic sandwich bags, things that I'm using both for food but also to try to keep my gear dry in different circumstances. So when I saw these, I thought these would be the perfect opportunity to really get rid of some of the waste. Try to cut down on the wasted plastic, the ability to have a reuse item that I could use time and time and time again. So my question is, do these perform the way they are supposed to? Are these durable? Are these capable of performing those tasks? Can I use these for a food bag? Can I keep my gear in them? And will it keep my gear safe? And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to talk about, do me a favor. Stay tuned. So most times when I go backpacking or camping, I'll make myself some sort of a trail mix. I kind of make my own. I buy these large bags of different types of nuts. It's a big part of my diet, so I have a lot of them laying around. And the only thing I don't have just yet is macadamia nuts, which I'll probably get a little bit later on and then add some to this. But what I'm looking to do right now is use one of these reusable Moico bags. So these silicone bags, which to me is a little bit on the heavy side, just a touch for backpacking. But the nice thing is these are reusable, they're durable, they are pretty much waterproof once you seal them up, and is just as good, if not better, than a Ziploc bag. Now, I don't know about you, but all the time, I'm continuously using Ziploc bags, bag after bag after bag. It ends up creating a lot of trash, a lot of waste, and that's something that these days, it's just mindful to cut down when you can and where you can. And being somebody of the outdoorsy type and having at least an understanding of some level of sustainability and then trying to be a little bit efficient and then having things that are reusable, these bags here are a good option. So I'm going to make myself up my own trail mix today, mix it into one of these bags, and bring it with me on the trails. Now, the interesting thing about these bags is they can be stood up. If you look inside here, as you expand the inner part of the pouch, these can be stood up. And then along the front of it, you'll see these are graduated. So kind of nice. Not that I'm going to be measuring my trail mix here, just saying that that is on there. It's nice to have a little bit of graduation on there, depending on what you're trying to do. And then the fact that these can stand up on their own is definitely cool. So at this point, got the start of this in there, got a little granola with cranberries, some walnuts, the almonds, and you can see if we look here, that's about 5 cups according to this. And again, standing upright. Now I do need to mix this, but at this point, again, I don't have my macadamia nuts. I'll add those, but this bar slides right across the top, zips that shut, keeps it nice and sealed, and hopefully fresh. So that bar just slides right across the top easily. And now I'm mixing this all up. Get a little even consistency here. Now you'll notice I have no fear of the top opening. These are good and secure. In fact, there's air trapped in there, which I could get out of there if I really wanted to. But right now, the air is actually helping me get a little bit of void space here so I can actually mix this around. And then what I'll do is just add the additional nuts in the top there later, continue to mix it around, and I'll be good to go. Now, I think the only thing worth considering is while I'm actually on the trail, Maybe a little bit of a pain in the neck to slide this bar back, but it's not too big of a deal. You'll see here, I partially slid the bar back, so it's not a big deal. I can just pour some of these out if I want, leave that right in place. And looking closely here, you'll see that little groove where the slider there just indexes right into place. And these are reasonably water resistant. I have tried to pour water over these, get them wet. Everything inside has stayed dry. So I like these for general purpose, but I'm hoping for the camping and backpacking application, they'll work quite well.
Yeah, look at the sales, man. Who's got the jelly?
So far these are working pretty good. So here's the one that has my trail mix, so it's fairly easy to get in there, not too big of a deal. And then this one I had my sandwich, so eating my sandwich over by the river. And then this one here I have some electronics, so just to test this out later on, I'm going to try to dip this in the river. We'll see how it does, but it has my spare batteries and my backup Anchor battery pack. So spare batteries for my camera and then the battery pack. So anyway, we'll give these a shot. It'll definitely be interesting and hopefully successful, dunking this a little bit in the water later on. So as I mentioned, in this pouch I have my Anchor battery and my spare camera batteries. So I'm going to try a couple things. I'm just going to start briefly with a quick dunk just to check it, and then from there we'll do a series of additional tests. So full dunk here. Now looking at it real quick, I'm going to open it, double check, make sure there's no moisture inside. The contents are perfectly dry. Any of the moisture you see is on the outside of the bag, so just with a quick dunk, no problem at all. So now additional dunk, gonna go just a little bit longer here. 1, 2, 3, now I can see some bubbles. 5, 6 seconds, let's see what happened. Hopefully nothing on the inside. My initial glimpse looks like no, so I'm gonna open this up real quick here. So again, from what I can tell, perfectly dry. I don't think there's any moisture in here at all. So this looks like it did its job great. I mean, 5 seconds, that's solid. Hopefully you're not going to get yourself submerged for much longer than that. If you have a problem or a mistake. Now, I'm not saying I'd use these as a complete dry bag system, but who knows? I mean, a little more testing, maybe in a tub or something like that with things that you don't care about. But I can't really risk damaging my batteries for my camera. That would be a problem. So, but a good test and definitely proved itself. So it's pretty sweet. So I'm just going to mark these. This one here is going to be dishwasher. So I'm going to take this and put it in the dishwasher and see how it goes. Hopefully this stands up. It'll also be kind of interesting to see what happens with the marker. And then this one here, I'm going to do, this will be called microwave. So here, that one's microwave. And then let's continue on here. This one here is going to be freezer. So let's see how this does. We'll put this in the freezer. And the last one here, this one will be oven. So this one here is the oven. So should be fairly interesting to see how these survive. Now these Moico reusable bags have a temperature range rating of -40 degrees Fahrenheit to 446 degrees Fahrenheit. So these are safe for freezing, microwaving, putting them in the dishwasher, and even the oven. So as you see here in this experiment, I'm using all my different appliances to put these Moico bags to the test. Now preparing them for the microwave, here you'll see I'm going to boil some water. So running the microwave for 30 seconds over and over, checking the bag to make sure it had good quality integrity, having no damage, no issues, and running it over and over until I got a proper boil. This was a good test overall for these bags. And by the end of it here, you'll see getting a good quality boiled cup of water. Filling up my coffee cup here, it definitely worked. And there was no damage whatsoever to the bag. Worked perfectly, exactly as advertised. Now with the oven, even though I know the bags could technically go up above 400 degrees, I didn't want to push it too far. Last thing I want to do is damage my appliances or have any sort of lingering odor.
So I set my timer to 10 minutes at 300 degrees once preheated, putting the bag in the oven. And again, this Moico bag performing very well. So removing it here from the oven. This is now at 300 degrees, very hot to the touch, but you'll notice it retained the perfect pliability, the overall integrity as intended. So this bag definitely worked very well. And then getting back into the freezer and removing this, you'll see the contents completely frozen solid. So again, this bag working as intended. Now, as I was trying to remove the plastic strip from the top of the bag, it was definitely frozen into place. Using a little warm water to loosen it up, it came right off. And then finally, the dishwasher test. Again, after running this in the dishwasher, no problem at all. Perfectly pliable. And as we look at the plastic slider, no issues there either.
So alright, there you have it. That was some excellent field use using these bags in a number of different situations for a number of different reasons. Now I have to say, overall, I am very happy with these bags. I think they're great. But my question to you at this point, are these a heavyweight item or are they good quality heavy duty? Well, in my opinion, there's no doubt that these are good quality heavy duty bags, but I do also have to beg the question, are they too heavy for the lightweight backpacker? Maybe if you're ultralight, but for me, I think I can get by. Yes, granted, these do weigh more than a typical plastic bag, but they're high quality. I trust them, they're durable, and they'll definitely keep my gear safe. And on top of that, the idea that I don't need to worry about my food potentially spilling out. I think these would give me a great overall capability to store my food on a long distance trip, store my food overnight, gives me a little bit of protection, and really at that point, I'm glad I don't need to worry about the rest of my gear getting covered in food. So now just wrapping up some of the details. When you order these do come completely packaged up. So here you'll see a complete package. They actually have an exterior package. The whole thing comes completely packaged together. And in that package, you end up with a small, 2 medium, and 2 large pouches. Now, as you look at these, the large pouches here, basically these are 6-cup. Now, this has a maximum fill line at the 6-cup mark, right about there. 4 cups on the medium. So, in reality, you end up with basically 2 different sizes in this package. Now, these bags are considered to be hermetically sealed, which basically means airtight. So, as you seal these, no real easy way for air to get out. So, if I try to trap some air on the inside here, there we go, getting that bar on there, nice and sealed. Now you'll see, as I push on this, apart from popping it, there is no real way to get the air to leak out. These are totally 100% sealed, and that's great, especially if you're going to use this to store sensitive equipment. You saw on my trip, I put batteries in here for my camera and also my power bank. So talking about taking a gamble, I hadn't even tested these yet and I gave it a shot. Thank goodness they held up. I definitely took a chance, but it paid off for the example in this video. So generally speaking, the hermetically sealed bags, the graduation, the overall ability to hold good quality things is definitely a plus. So again, I'd like to say thank you very much to the people at Moico. I greatly enjoyed this product. I think these performed very, very well. And even though it was a surprise at what I picked, I think now you can see why these were a great choice for me, a great choice for anyone in the backpacking, camping, or even the beach, the workplace, anything you need to make a nice little quality package that's good and safe and it's not going to spill or get wet. So alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.